Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
What it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, that's... I mean, I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
Told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What did I mean? I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell
but
you guys?
she just told us that you guys hooked up. But she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car. And I was like, cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met.
Yeah.
But, you know, I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. You know, again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. You know, she comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffle bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or like you know travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag and she takes out this mask.
Mask?
A mask?
Like
A mask.
It sounded like you said meth for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
Mask.
That's what almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K.
Okay.
And this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like,
it's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, you know, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Wait,
Red
so-
eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you know, you should call like 911 or something. You know,
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, and now all of this is getting thrown on me, you know, literally minutes after we've just finished, you know. And then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagine it. Like Darth Vader, she's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is...
Come on,
Okay.
though. That's not her fault. She obviously
It's not
had...
her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like, I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together, but that was just... That threw me off, man. So, I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's just, I mean, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or is she just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly. Yeah.
Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way. But since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. And you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would
Wow.
you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry. That is like red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Ah!
Seriously.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should. Okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date update.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why?
wouldn't
Because you would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad,
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Doesn't matter.
Well, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you take home, just give them a heads up about the mask that you're going to pull out of your duffel bag at some point in their lives.
Okay, well, next time you bring someone home, you should probably warn them about the biohazard that is your sheep.
Hello?
Hi, calling from Morgan, please.
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Morgan, my name is Sean. I got Riley Rose here as well for your morning show. Can I talk to you on the air just real quick for a second?
About what?
So we're doing a second date update, and we have somebody on the phone named Jake who said you guys had a date last Friday. Jake, if you want to say hello.
Hey.
And so Jake kind of told us you guys went to dinner, did a little bar hopping afterwards, then you kind of dipped out in them. So we're trying to figure out what happened, because it sounds like everything was going really well.
This is so weird. Yeah, I guess everything was going good.
Let me ask this, because I don't want to embarrass you. But he had thought perhaps it was reaction to the food, maybe. If it was that, is that because if that's listen, I want you to. We all have it, so that's what it is.
No, I would have just been yeah, I don't feel good. I'll see you later. No, everything was good. We had a really nice time at dinner, but when we went out, for drinks later, we met up with, a bunch of his friends, and, I felt really, left out, I was, tagging along, I was, not the priority. It was really weird. I had to, try really hard to get his attention.
No, can't say that word. Hold on, can't say that word. Can't say that word. Can't say that word. Tried really hard to get his attention and stuff. Okay, so Jake, did you bring her to a guy's night afterwards?
Well, I guess it wasn't really a guy's night, but yeah, we went to do some bar hopping and met up with my buddies.
Okay. And so, Morgan, did the friends seem to know you were coming, or is it more so, did it feel like the romantic part of the day was over and this is more so the boys hanging?
Exactly. I have no idea if it was planned or whatever, but it felt really they already had plans or something, and I was interrupting their night. I felt like it was just really weird, and he wasn't paying attention to me, I felt really bizarre.
I just wanted to see if she could hang. She was cool around buddies and stuff like that.
I don't even think you introduced me to any of your friends. They didn't even know who I was.
Oh, that's rude.
Exactly.
Jake, is that true?
I'm sure I introduced her to somebody.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Jake.
Yeah,
so,
somebody.
Was it a case of was this always the plan, or was it 'cause sometimes I think friends will hit you up late and hey, if you're out, come say hi. Was it always the plan, do dinner and then meet up with the homies, or was this kind of how the night progressed?
Well, look, I thought it was going to be we would go a little, I knew the guys were going to be out, but I wanted to see what they thought about her.
But if you didn't introduce her, though, it makes it a little difficult, you know what I mean?
I don't want to make a big deal out of it.
Okay.
Just
All right. Hold on.
You know what I mean?
So let me do this. I'm going to put you guys on hold. Are you Team Jake or Team Morgan? Second date update. 877-995-4681 to call me. 99338 text. It's your morning show. Second date update on your morning show. We just talked to Jake and Morgan. Whose side are you on? 877-995-4681. That's the number to call me. 99338 to text me. It sounds like things went pretty well at the beginning of the day. Then Jake decided to meet up with friends afterwards. My kind of thought is that he probably didn't realize that when he made the date that the boys are going out that night. I kind of have a feeling he just didn't want to cancel on the boys. Then I was hoping maybe she's leaving on his own, which I don't think is the right thing to do necessarily. Let me go to Reston. Allie, good morning.
Hey, John, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. So you heard second date update, and what'd you want to say?
Okay, so you asked him if he paid for dinner.
Yes.
And he said, of course. Meaning, that was the gentleman thing to do. And at that point, I thought, oh, what a nice guy.
Sure.
He paid for dinner. And then he said, yeah, I knew my homies were out, and I wanted to see what they thought of her. Well, that's like a trap.
Yeah.
Hey, my friends are at the bar. And then, of course, he should have gone around and introduced her to each one of the guys. I feel really bad for Morgan.
Yeah. I think the thing is, Ellie,
it's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I think like you have to set the person you're with for success. So bringing somebody into a situation without knowing anybody and not introducing them is not putting her in a situation to succeed. Or I think is part of the problem there. Allie, thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Oh, you're welcome. You too, John.
Bye. I appreciate you listening. To beautiful Bel Air we go. Bree, good morning.
Good morning.
You are Team Morgan with Second Day Update, and why is that?
He's so cringe. If he wanted to date his friends, he should do that. Like,
Get him. I mean, you're not wrong.
Just night out with the broskies, though. You know what I mean? That's kind of, yeah. Bree, have you ever had this happen before or date somebody like this?
yeah, it's just like he can hang out with them later, or he could have told her at least.
Yeah, to me, it just feels like maybe he forgot the bros are going out and then didn't want to cancel on anybody, where it's like he should have just told her, like, hey, I'm seeing my friends later, or not done it. Would probably been the best move to go. Bree, thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. To downtown Baltimore. Laura, good morning.
Good morning.
So you've been in this spot before. What do you want to say?
I wanted to say it seemed ridiculous. I've had it happen on the first date before, and it's like, whoa, I'm still deciding if I ever want to see you again. Why are you throwing all your friends into this mix?
Okay,
so 100% Team Morgan.
Laura, let me ask, what happened on the date?
We went out for a drink and then dinner, and the drink, his buddy was a bartender.
Sure.
Dinner was fine, and then we went out for more drinks, and it was a bunch of his other friends there, which just seems a little off-putting for a first date.
Yeah, it's the whole frat house. Just happened to be at Looney's later on the night. It was just so weird how that works out. Laura, thank you for calling. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See more.
Hello?
Hello? Amanda?
Hi. Yes, this is Amanda. Who's this?
Hey, Amanda. Okay, my name's Obi. That's Chloe.
Good morning.
And that's Slater.
Hey.
The reason why you've got three people on the line right now is we do the big morning radio show for K92.3. It's our country radio station here in town. Well, okay, so anyways, we do something on the show called the Second Date Update. Mm-hmm. You went out with a guy, and we'd love to pay for you guys to go out again.
Okay, yeah, you can tell me more.
His name is Kyle. He said he took you to the beach club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like such a fun and unique date.
And also really expensive if he's staying there, or got some, I don't even know if they got like a frequent flyer pass or something.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, he did take me there, and he said he had the hookup, but it kind of became clear that he was just making that up, and he snuck in.
So he did not have the hookup.
No, he was like sneaky.
How do you know?
Yeah, how did he even sneak in?
Well, they asked, like, we got a drink, and they asked, do you want to charge to your room? And he was like, oh, yeah, 1039. Which at first I was like, oh, maybe that's just code for they put all of the like
employee discount in that
room. But the bartender like looked at him a couple of times, like that was sketchy.
Like 1039 wasn't even a real room.
Yeah, or like the
really,
name on the reservation
really
was a
awkward.
woman or something. I have no idea.
So what did he do?
We got drinks, and then we hung out, and then he was like very abruptly ready to leave.
Did he end up just paying for the drinks on his card, or did he charge it to that room?
No, he charged it to that room.
Well, he said you guys were there for 4 hours, man. That's a long time to get to know somebody. Did you like him?
I was just anxious because I could tell that like something was off.
Right, and that you guys weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, are we really supposed to be there? Like, I didn't want to question it, but it just felt very strained.
Well, here, so why don't we do this?
So
because
awkward.
I mean, we do live here in Central Florida, where a lot of our friends work at those places. So he could have, in fact, had the hookup. But let's ask him. Kyle, are you there?
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, Amanda, that is Kyle. We had him on the line, so this way we can get the both of you talking.
Hey.
What is this? What is this hookup? Because you keep using the word hookup, and it's a little bit vague.
Yeah, I mean, When I was in high school, I had some friends who worked at Disney, and, we kind of figured out some good ways to be able to get in and use the facility. And
Yeah, but
it's always been a hookup that we've had.
Disney is really cracked down. I mean, I just tried to go see the Gingerbread House at the Grand Floridian, and they're like, hey, this is only for people that are staying on property.
It's only friends and family. You actually have to be related to a gingerbread man to have to get in there.
So wait a minute.
I'm just surprised you got in.
Well, hold on. 1039. What's up with that room?
Yeah, I know it's a room that's here at Disney, and it tends to hold our higher income residents.
That's what you're right. So they wouldn't see a measly $100 charge.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Oh, okay. So Amanda, you still there?
I'm here. I'm just processing what I'm hearing.
Okay, so even though I don't like Kyle's style, it is a little resourceful. I don't even know what to do here. Do we get you guys on another date?
No, I think there's just a lack of integrity that I really can't get past.
I understand that too.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Kyle.
I'm not really down with that, especially at our resorts here where anybody could be taken advantage of.
You're cheating the system.
Yeah, you gotta find somebody else to hook up with that hookup.
Well, what if we go to an off-Disney property for a second date and you watch me physically pay?
Oh, okay.
No, it's the fact that you would do this at all. Like, it's a
Yeah.
character issue for me.
Yeah.
Morals. Well, and our only job is to get the both of you talking.
I mean, I got money.
Hello.
Hi, may I please speak with Scarlett?
This is she. Who's this?
Good morning, Scarlett. This is Riggs, Caitlin, and Erica at 93Q. How's your morning going?
Oh, good morning. It's all right. How are y'all?
We're good. So you've gone on a couple of dates with a guy. Do you remember Dennis?
Oh, yeah. Do I? What a weirdo.
A weirdo? What's a weirdo? You said you went on a couple dates with him. I mean, there has to be something good. What did he do?
Well, things started off good. Everything was normal until after that first date. Then, looking back, there were some things I really should have picked up on, and I definitely picked up on them after the second date.
So you're seeing more of who he really is? He's getting more comfortable?
Yeah, I think yes. He was getting more comfortable for sure. Let's put it that way.
Scarlett, what'd he do?
Y'all, it was the text he started sending after our dates, okay? So after the first date, there were different gifts he sent. Like, one was in a reply to me texting him he was in trouble, and he replied with a gif of a woman twirling a leather whip.
Ew, that's so cringe.
Yeah.
Is that maybe he has a weird sense of humor with gifts, you think?
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I thought or wanted to think, just, kind of being funny, whatever. But after the second date, I had some family stuff going on and was super busy at work, and previously we had been texting a lot. But, that week I really just didn't have as much time to text, just back and forth. And after like an hour or two of me not replying, he would then just all of a sudden send some sort of dominatrix gift.
Oh, I'm so cringy right now.
Yeah, and one time even a video clip that, I really legitimately probably can't even talk about on the radio.
Yeah, let's not. That's
the
not
heck?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, Scarlett?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's Dennis. He's on the phone. That's how Second Date Update works.
Oh, hey, Dennis?
Yeah. Look, I just want to say I thought we got pretty close to each other, so in my head I was figuring why not let you in on that side of my life, you know?
That side of your life? By first of all, what is that side of your life? I guess you're into some kinky things, but then you're just sharing it in random gifts and stuff she's supposed to catch on?
Yeah, seriously, dude, it was the complete opposite. It honestly made me run for the hills. You may be into that, cool for you, but I'm not. Later.
Oh, she hung up.
Yeah, she's gone.
Whoa.
First of all, there's so many questions that we have. Have you ever had success with letting somebody know that part of your life through little gifts?
I mean, yeah, in fact I have. One time I had this girl and we...
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we...
Yeah, we can't talk about this on the radio. Let's just stop right there. I'm not sure if there's an app for your lifestyle, Dennis, but I hope that you find it like an S&M app, and I hope that works out for you somehow, Dennis.
Okay. Well,
Dennis.
I just think it's we got to be a little more open-minded about this stuff and not jump to conclusions.
Okay.
No, we didn't jump anywhere. You took us there.
You took us there, man. But thank you very much for being on Second Date Update.
Well, all right. Thank you, guys.
He doesn't sound so shy at all. That's not a shy person.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Danny, please?
Yeah, this is him. What's up?
Hey, Danny. My name's Young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk?
What's going on?
We do something on our show called a Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us, and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay. And so there's a woman that reached out to us about you. Her name's Mallory. She told us all about the night that you guys went to a bar and that made up this great thing about long-lost loves in high school.
What was going through your head when you got down on a knee and faked proposed to a chick you just met?
It was, she's so pretty and she's so nice, and I guess like I've been kind of planning to do that kind of like date idea with someone special. Yeah, I guess I was just disappointed in the end.
Yeah, the pee thing. Well,
Yeah.
She told us, sorry.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
getting ahead of myself.
She did tell us about how the night ended with your car being a little soiled. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry for your car.
It's okay. I guess I was kind of disappointed before that.
Wait, what? It wasn't the pee. Dude, she's humiliated.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the real deal. The truth is that it wasn't a made-up story.
What do you mean it's not a made-up story?
The story was the truth about me being in love with her.
Whoa.
Hold up, yeah.
My head. She told us that you guys had just met at a bar recently.
Yeah, like that didn't help that she didn't remember me.
You really went to school?
I did go to school with her. I'd known Mallory for a few years, like kind of from afar, and she did move away before I could do anything, and gosh, it's weird. I guess I really was kind of like proposing to her.
Oh my gosh!
Are you messing with us? Is this like you're the big storyteller dude, and now you're just going with it?
No.
She said she just met you at a bar with her friends, and you hit on her, and that's how you got her number.
But that's not true. You've known her for longer than that.
I guess you could say like I've known about her, but she really hasn't known about me.
Okay, that makes you sound like a stalker. How did you know about her?
I know that it sounds awkward, okay? Like, how do you tell somebody you have strong feelings for them without being creepy?
You do it in emojis.
No.
It lightens it.
How do you have strong feelings for someone if you don't even know them and they don't even know you exist?
I do know her. I do know about her, I've cared about her for a long time, and...
It's like, is it odd? I feel like it's like knowing a restaurant by looking at the Yelp reviews and never actually going there and then giving your an opinion on it.
So what are you disappointed in, Danny, that she didn't know that you had these feelings secretly this whole time?
Or she didn't know you existed?
Well, it's just, I guess, like, how do you tell somebody you've been in love with them for over a few years? She was laughing about it and saying I'm a great storyteller, and the whole time I'm thinking this just isn't a story.
So she's like,
so
it's
wait,
so believable.
Was that a real proposal then?
I mean, kinda.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay, hold up though. So if she really said yes, you would really marry this girl?
I mean, she already did say yes.
No, but she didn't know that she was saying yes.
That's not going to hold up in court.
You don't go to court for engagements. What is going on?
Where do you go from here? You tell me how I tell her it was a real story and it was really about her. What would you do?
Well, you kind of already did tell her.
Oh my God, this is about to be so
because she's been on the other line listening this whole time and she wants to talk to you.
Your fiance.
No. Tell me you're lying. Tell
Well,
me
she may have fainted because I probably would have.
This is nuts.
Mallory?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't hold it in.
Is that all true?
Yeah, it's true, and I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh my God.
I feel terrible. Like I can't believe. Like I'm
This is so heavy.
I don't understand. Like what?
this is like a lot to take in. 'Cause, how are you disappointed that I didn't know that we hadn't met before if we hadn't met before?
No,
Like, I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense.
I guess I'm really disappointed in myself because after all this time and thinking about you, this is the way that I tried to let you know how I felt, and it was the wrong way to do it. And I guess I'm sorry. You know, like, what do you do in this situation?
I feel like one thing could be to be honest with someone.
But that would have scared you away. I know that would have scared you away if I had just told you, you know, like we were just really like getting to like spend time together.
Yeah, better to just propose to her right off the bat before she even knows who you are.
See, I'm with Jeffrey on that
I mean,
one.
hearing that sounds crazy too.
Is there no middle ground with you?
Yeah. I mean, like, I humiliated myself in your car on the way home, and, like, I felt like I'm going out on a limb by taking the story to, like, a radio show to reach out to you.
Which
and
is kind of weird,
like,
but that's okay.
Oh, you're being the judgy one now. Okay, hold on.
You're going to tell me that I'm weird.
Okay, creeper.
No, maybe.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's just kind of nice, you know, that we both, like, don't need to feel bad, maybe, you know? Maybe this is just, like, part of a story of us figuring out how to, like, try this thing.
Yeah, what do you say you call it even, Mallory?
Wait, hold on. I don't even know where Mallory is at this. Are you creeped out? Do you see red flags? Are you thinking this is romantic?
Or do you feel the same? Are you in love?
Because personally, I feel like I need to tell you to run, but I don't know.
I mean, there are definitely a lot of conflicting emotions right now because I don't understand completely where you're coming from. I do feel like it was kind of like I've been stalked. It's weird. It's definitely weird. I mean,
It's definitely a lot to process, especially on a radio show. So why don't we offer to send you guys out on another date so you guys can talk about this, sort everything out, and then maybe things will become more clear.
So wait, who do we ask at this point? Mallory
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I ask Danny if he'd be willing to go on a second date? Because I think he would.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but Danny, could you go on a normal second date? Because you proposed to this girl, she said yes, you didn't like the outcome, and then suddenly wouldn't call her back. Like, are you okay with normal?
Yes. I am actually a pretty chill guy normally. This is just, I am very tongue-tied around you, Mallory, and so, like, it just made it easier for me to kind of do it this way.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to just have a conversation about this and see how things turn out.
See?
Oh my God.
All right.
Not a bad idea.
I am so interested in what is going to happen next.
I want to be a fly on the
And, like, I really look forward to just hanging out with you now that you know everything and that story was really about you.
Oh my God, you should do the story off again, and this time she's going to publicly divorce you in front of everyone.
I have hated this man.
I don't know. I think we go back to peeing on each other's seats. That sounds way more romantic.
Okay, either one.
Okay, I think I just need to go right now because I just really need to process all this. So.
Oh my God.
You have to go? Is it number 1 or number 2? We'll let you go,
That's
okay?
a low blow.
Oh my God. Mallory, keep us updated.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Travis.
Hi. Who's that?
Hi. What's up, man? It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
Jeff and Jen? Oh, is this what I think it is?
It's your lucky day.
Yeah, don't cuss. We're on the radio.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
You're good.
Is this about the coffee date?
Oh, so you're a fan of the show.
So you know.
You know what we do.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying I know what this is.
It's funny, we had a guy stop in to pick up his jersey for the Best Friends Club the other day, and he said when he saw the phone ring at first, he had to check himself and think, have I been on any dates lately?
That was funny.
Exactly,
Before he answered.
And that was on the second day because the first day we tried to call him, it went right to voicemail.
He sent you there like, nope.
Right.
Nope,
and I even said, I go, did you recognize the number on the caller ID? He's like, oh, yeah, I knew it was you when you were
Deny.
Yeah. Funny. Yes, Travis. Vicky enjoyed her coffee date with you. And I know she'd appreciate the opportunity to hear what you thought about the date and if you had any interest in maybe going out with her again sometime soon.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, she's very pretty. We did have a nice time, but I think that intellectually we were perhaps like not clicking. Is the way that I would put that.
I see.
All right. Can you kind of like?
Yeah. Do you remember that Jessica Simpson reality show from like the early 2000s? I think.
Right.
When she was married to him.
Newlyweds?
Is this chicken or is this fish?
We loved Newlyweds. Jeff and I I think you bought me like the box set
I did.
a million years ago.
Yeah, the two of you were big fans.
We loved it.
My sister used to watch that when I was a kid. And she just like really reminds me of Jessica Simpson, if that makes sense.
In what way?
Like just the way that she like plays dumb. I can't tell if it's like actually dumb or like you're just like playing dumb. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I would know what you're saying, but we didn't get that from her when we talked to her. Do you want to cite an example?
Okay, sure. At one point, she asked me if I knew that you could taste food on your iPhone screen.
Like, how do you taste food on your iPhone screen?
You lick it.
Fritch would know.
Right.
Gross.
You guys are joking, but that's what she said.
She was goofing with you, right? Or you don't think so? Oh my God.
I mean, I followed the joke. I was like, that's very funny. And she was like, no, like I've done it a few times. You just pull up a picture of food and then you lick it.
Oh my God, this is great.
Now, did she claim she could taste it?
She said she could taste, she's had it work with strawberries before, but that's it. Which is where I was like, what are you talking about?
It was my chapstick.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever tried that.
You want to? Wait, let me show you these tacos I had.
Oh my. Because Jeff, if it worked, Jeff would be all over it.
Oh, my
he
goodness.
loves food pictures.
Yeah.
Well, then she insisted that there was like a special app that you could get to like expand the amount of food that you could taste on your phone.
Does she have the app?
I love her.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I was like, there's not an app for that. And she was like, no, let me find it on the App Store. And then obviously she couldn't find it, but she insisted that it existed. But at one point I did pull up a picture of an ice cream cone and handed her my phone. And I was like, all right, try it then. And she licked my phone.
Now, see, if she got you to lick the phone to test the theory, I would have been convinced that she was just messing with you. And I'm not convinced she wasn't trying to mess with you. But now you got me curious. Vicky, you still with us?
I swear that there is an app for this.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Have you? Do you know any friends that have the app, or have you actually been on the app, on somebody else's phone, or?
Yeah, it's like a foodie app. It's like an open table foodie app, I swear.
Okay, we'll have to look into it.
And you've really tasted the food? You've really, other than just the strawberries, or have you tried other things?
Just the strawberries I've tried, but I know I sound silly, but I swear there is one.
That's so funny. I have open table. I've never tried that.
You've never tried it?
My
Never seen
regular
it, or-
open
Guys,
no.
come on. You're not. What are we doing
No,
here?
this whole conversation is stupid. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Wouldn't it be cool if such a thing did exist, and maybe somewhere down the
but it
line with the way
doesn't.
Think about how skinny I would be if I could just lick my phone instead of actually eating.
But it doesn't exist.
I know.
We'll just have to stick with scratch and sniff, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Vicky.
I mean, that's okay. If that's like the only reason why, just because I was just being a little silly, then I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that.
I told you she's very pretty. It's just, I don't know.
See, that would be enough for a lot of guys. Well, at least she's pretty.
I think
mean,
she
to be
sounds
honest,
like a
I'd be down to
blast.
hang out again. It was very
Yeah.
funny. It was just like too silly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got it.
Well, we appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, for sure.
And, Vicky, you hang on. I'm going to set you up with Fritz's phone number, and you guys are going to hang out.
Yes. We're going to lick each other's phones. Can't
right.
wait.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. Best of luck to you. Thanks for coming on Second Date Update.
Thank you for your help, guys.
You're very welcome. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. If you need a little help with the second date update, email is the way to go. Just send us something. Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
All right. What do you do that makes kids think you're old? Besides participating in battle reenactments.
Right. And getting excited about it.
Right. And what is chaos packaging? Chaos packaging.
Hello?
Hi, is this Erica?
Yes, this is.
Hey, Erica, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Uh,
It's a radio show.
oh, okay.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thank you for asking. You wondering why a radio station is calling you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured you might be. I'm calling you today because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Oh.
His name is Sean.
Oh. Okay.
You ever heard of a second date update before?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know about it.
Okay.
So you guys are the ones who do that?
Yeah, we do that on the show. What it is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not wanting to see them again after, they can email us and we'll get you on the phone and ask why. So Sean emailed us because he's confused. He says that you guys had a great time together, but now you're not really talking to him and you also don't even sit in the same area as him anymore in your class.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sean is wondering if he did something wrong on his date.
No, he didn't do anything wrong on the date. The date was really fun. We're both students right now, and obviously funds are short. So he had this idea. He's like, we're going to do a wine tasting.
Yeah, he told us all about your date. And it sounded like kind of like a fun thing to do. Even if you weren't broke, it just kind of sounded fun and quirky. But
I love wine, and I even want to do it. I'm like, that actually sounds like a great idea that I will be doing this Saturday night.
did he do something?
No, he didn't do anything. I'm going through a really difficult time with something in my life right now, and I have some drama going on, and I needed time to not date or like have someone texting me every single day.
He told us that you texted him and you're going through a difficult time. I'm like, dude, give the woman some space.
Yeah, and like he's very sweet, but he just kept persisting and kept on bugging, and it's like I have some drama going on with my girlfriend, and he like wouldn't back off, and so that kind of turns me off. It's like, can you just listen and respect my wishes?
Okay. So probably us calling you for him is even sexier.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you have something serious going on. I don't want to really like keep prying about that because I don't want you to treat us just like you did him and stop talking to us. But would you mind at least like maybe telling him that this is the reason you're not talking to him is because you're dealing with something right now?
But she already told him that.
Yeah, I guess, when I see him in class, I could just tell him then,
Yeah. Or you could do it now because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. What do you think about that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Sean is on the other line listening.
Are you serious?
Not bugging
Yes,
you
I
at
am.
all. Yeah.
Hey, Erica.
Hi. You just don't give up, do ya?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be weird or anything, but I want to know what's going on in your life. I mean, I care for you, Erica, and I'm worried about you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that, but, I'm just dealing with enough from my friend and my mother.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just that I haven't heard from you in a while, and I really do care for you, Erica, and I want to, be here for you, you know what I mean? I want to know what's going on with you.
Erica, are you annoyed by this, or do you think it's sweet? Where do you stand right now?
I understand that his intentions are pure, but I'm going through the worst thing ever right now, so...
Well, it's like, don't you want to respect her boundaries? Like, she's obviously set them.
Yeah, of course. The last thing I want is for you to feel uncomfortable, Erica. I'm a really good listener. So if you ever do want to talk about it, I'm here. I just want to let you know that.
I mean, he's a really good listener who doesn't understand that you already told him that you had something going on in text message and that you weren't available for a relationship.
Can you just tell me, Erica, is it like a death in the family? Because I understand what that's like.
No, it's not that.
That's good.
Okay. I'm glad that no one died or anything. Is it like your parents got divorced?
Sean, I think the point is she doesn't want you to press her into talking about it.
You're just going down the list of possible scenarios?
Look, okay, fine. It's just my best friend, who I've known since I was 2 years old, is getting married, okay? And I'm also very close with my mother, and my best friend has been close to my family for years, family vacations together and everything. And she didn't invite my mom to her wedding, but she invited our other friend's mom, who she's only known for 5 years, to the wedding.
What?
Oh.
That's what you're going through?
But your mom didn't get an invite to your best friend's wedding? I mean, I'm not trying to downplay your problems. But that's the big thing that you're dealing with?
Yeah. Do you know, like, how insulting that is to my mother? Like, she's been a part of the family for years, and then she didn't invite my mom to the wedding, but she invited our other friend's mom. So there, Sean, now you know. Now you know what you've been pressing me about, and I hope you feel good about yourself.
Wait. You told me that you were going through a difficult time in your life. Like really difficult.
Yeah. This is difficult. It's a very difficult time.
But I just want to get it straight. Your mom wasn't invited to a wedding?
I like how we're all repeating it.
I know.
No, hey, you got to be fair, though. I mean, everybody deals with things differently, and this is hard on Erica.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, and I understand, and I just want to be here for you. But that's kind of silly, right? I mean, that's kind of...
What? Excuse me? It is not silly. Imagine that you were going to go to, like, your best friend's wedding, and then your dad wasn't invited. You know, like, you'd probably be upset about it.
Well, yeah, maybe for like 2 minutes, but I was expecting something a lot more devastating than that.
Well, I'm sorry that my version of devastation doesn't meet your standards, okay? But I'm actually going through something really difficult right now. And this is exactly why I didn't tell you, is because I knew that you wouldn't understand, and now here you are, like, giving me shit about it on the radio.
Okay.
Like, who does
okay.
that anyways, okay?
I get it. I'm sorry. Okay, I get it.
I get it. Oh, my God. Hey, but you know what? Lucky for you, Erica, that this is the worst thing you're dealing with. You live a very charmed life.
What's that supposed to mean?
What? I think it's supposed to mean that, you know, that's like, yeah.
Then good on you.
This is a big thing. Why is everyone treating you like this isn't a big issue, like this isn't a big deal or something, okay?
No.
It is.
I agree with you, Erica. This is the worst thing happening in the world right now. I can't believe it.
At least Jubal understands.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. You're all sitting there laughing, and you're not even thinking about my poor mother who's sitting at home all by herself, crying every night, wondering what she did.
No, I feel you. I feel you. There's like a Saturday out there where your mom doesn't have plans and other people do. I feel you. That is horrible,
I'm starting to
Erica.
feel bad. I am. I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh, my God. Erica, it's just perspective. That's all we're saying. Yeah. Get some perspective here.
Here's some perspective. You guys are all assholes, okay?
Whoa.
Bye.
No.
Did she hang up?
I think she's gone. I think she's gone.
Oh, man.
Hey, Sean, I didn't even get to ask, but I'll just do it now since she's not here. Would you like to go out with Sean on a second date, Erica? We'll pay for it.
Date to the wedding?
She's not answering. I think that's a no, Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Wow.
How are you feeling right now about that?
I'm sort of having a difficult time deciding this now. It's kind of weird.
It is. I agree. It is weird that her friend wouldn't invite her mom to her wedding.
I know. What is up with that?
Horrible, Sean.
They like grew up together.
Yeah, I feel like maybe she's a little too dramatic for me. I'm not going to lie.
What? Did you hear what she said, Sean?
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Deanna, please?
This is Deanna.
Hey, Deanna, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal.
In the morning. Brooke and Jubal's the first name, last name in the morning.
Don't listen to him.
What are you calling me about? What's happening?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. And we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah. His name is Mike, and you guys went out on a date the other night.
Oh. Why did he email you guys?
That was a tone change.
Because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So Mike had a really great time. He says he thought you had a good time too, but now you're not calling him back. So,
well, that's interesting.
That's interesting. You don't think that he had a good time?
You could say that, yeah.
His description of the date is like picture perfect almost. Like you guys were laughing, you're high-fiving, you gave hugs.
Oh, that's true. I thought we had a really good time. I had fun, but apparently he didn't have, good enough time.
Why do you say that?
I mean, how much do you guys know?
Well, we know that you guys went to a bar and then played a game where you would guess people's occupations and stuff. Then went and talked to people and found out if you were right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all he told us.
Was it the poor joke? He told us about the poor joke, how he tried to
gosh.
make fun of somebody and it didn't really work very well.
No. The whole thing was us judging people. That was fine.
Okay, so you're into that. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I was even joking about somebody saying that they were probably a professional, like, hamburger eater or something. Like I mean, we were just joking. It was all in good fun. It was fine.
Okay, so if that didn't bother you, then why don't you think he had a good time?
Okay, so did he tell you, like, we made some friends?
He told us that you guys talked to a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, there was this one group in particular that, like, we kind of ended the evening with. We were sitting at the table and, like, you know, having drinks and having laughs, and, like, we got along really well.
Okay. All that sounds good. Like, you haven't told me anything that sounds bad yet.
So the point is, I had to work in the morning, he had to work in the morning, so it was time to go. You know, we give each other a hug, we say, you know, had a great time, like to see each other again.
And at this point, you think that you guys are going to go out again?
I thought so, yeah. So we say goodbye. And I get home, and one of the girls from the table sent me a friend request on Facebook. So, you know, I accepted her friend request. And, like, I had not been home that long, and she sent me a message on Facebook saying that she's like, I don't know if you know, but this guy that you were in with is back at the bar. And he was, like, she told me, she's there, like, in real time, like, telling me, like, what's going on with this guy, that he's, like, at the bar, like, flirting with other girls. When he told me he was going to go home.
So he
Yeah.
didn't go home.
Yeah, but in the same vein, you guys, I mean, it's one date. It's not like you're in a relationship. He has no reason to be...
But I'm just saying, it's kind of weird for him to say goodbye to me and go back into the bar where we just had a date, and he's hitting on other girls.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see that.
I'm still on the fence. Is that weird?
I would say that's weird. Like, he said he was going home. He lied. Obviously, he's not that into me, and I'm just not into that.
Okay, well, he said that he was into you.
Well, it seems otherwise.
Okay, well, maybe you want to ask him because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yep. Mike, are you there, or have you called another radio show already?
No, come on, guys. Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Deanna.
Hi, Mike.
Look, there's a completely reasonable explanation to all of this.
Okay.
I came with a jacket, and when we walked out of the bar, I left it in there. So I went back in to get my jacket.
So you're saying you forgot your jacket and then you accidentally started flirting with other women?
No, I'm saying that I don't get to, like, have a lot of nights where I get to, like, socialize. I don't go out a lot. And so when I went back in to get the jacket, I went back to the table that we had been hanging out with, and I just, like, stayed and I hung out with them, and I had a good time. I wasn't hitting on other girls.
Really? So why would this girl tell me that you were?
I have absolutely no idea. I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to, like, the other guys at the table more than her. She has no reason to send you that. Like, that's way out of line.
So you're just telling me that she just made it up? That she just decided to tell me, just make up that you were flirting with other women? Why? What would she do that for? Why would she tell me that?
Look, yes, were there other women at the bar that I spoke to? Yeah. Was I hitting on them? No, like, not at all. I
hear you. It just seems different than what I heard, and it just felt really crappy, you know? Like, I had a good time with you.
Okay, if you're asking me if I am banging anyone that we met...
Wait, that's the word that you jumped to?
Mike!
I think she said flirting.
Yeah. You went from 0 to 100.
Well, I just thought, like, let's put all our cards on the table, you know?
Yeah, put it out there,
Wow,
Mike.
you did. You put them all out there.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't say you were banging other people.
I mean, I just got, it's like, I feel like I'm being accused here.
Yeah, but she said flirting, Mike.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Well, call a spade a spade. Like, I know, I don't know. I had a good time.
This is such an intense conversation after a first date.
Yeah.
Like, Mike sounds like a sketch ball, and
I don't know about a sketch ball. Like, that's a little bit harsh.
No, I agree, but, you know, like, both of you sound a little crazy on the phone right now to me.
This is not my fault. I was brought into this on the radio.
Yeah.
I was happy to just leave it alone, you know?
That's true. I'll give you that.
Look, Deanna, I like you. I had a good time, and I obviously wouldn't be calling this radio station to get in touch with you if I was banging somebody else.
Mike, stop it. We get it. We get it, Mike. Deanna, Would you like to go on a second date with Mike? We will pay for it. Assure you he's not banging anybody else at that bar.
Please, Deanna, please go out with me again. Like, I swear on my life, on my brother's life, on my mother's life, on my grandmother's life, that I was only going back into that bar to get my jacket.
Wow. You hear that, Deanna? People will die if Mike's lying. So would you go out with him one more time?
I mean, I don't want to hurt his mom. Okay. Yes.
All right. So that's a yes. So you'll go on a second date with Mike.
Sure. Yes. Okay.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, Deanna, that's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you. I promise you will not regret it. We'll have a great, great time.
Okay. But keep the banging talk to a minimum.
Awesome.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 says that guy is totally lying. He definitely went back to that bar to hit on other women.
Yes, he was.
If you missed today's second date update, that was taped while Brooke was still here. Jackie is filling in while she's out on maternity leave. Mike wanted to call a girl named Deanna who wasn't calling back after their date. Apparently, while they were out on their first date, they kind of played a game where they would look at people and guess what they did for a living and stuff.
Fun, though. I kinda like that whole thing.
And then they'd go up and talk to those people and find out if they were right. Well, after they left each other for the evening, apparently they made friends with some people, and one of the girls texted her and was like, hey, that guy's back here again, and he's totally hitting on everybody. So she didn't want to call him back because he figured that he was just a player, and he went back to the same bar they were just hanging out at to hit on people. And he swore that he forgot his coat there, and he just ended up, like, hanging out, and he doesn't know a lot of people and have a lot of friends, so he was just having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And she bought it and agreed to go out with him again.
Okay.
So.
She had someone that was almost a stranger, another female that went out of her way to say, girl, he's a dog.
Yeah.
And
Try to
she,
look out.
I mean, and normally girls, that's the kind of girl you want to be friends with.
But you know, Jackie, girls are haters like that. Like if I went back to a bar and I was just like randomly having conversations with like 5 other women that night, somebody's gonna be like, he's hitting on girls. That's just how it works. When all I was doing was just trying to hang out with my friends, my new friends that I met because I forgot my jacket.
Yeah, no.
Totally innocent.
No.
Anyway, they agreed
I'm not buying it.
to go out again. If you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Craig, please?
This is Craig.
Hey, Craig, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who? Sorry?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Sorry, why are you calling?
I'm calling because you recently sort of went out on a date with a listener of ours, and they wanted us to get a hold of you.
Oh.
And I say sort of went out on a date because you never actually showed up to the date.
You're talking about Amy?
Yes. I am talking about Amy. She emailed us and told us that you guys have been talking online and made plans to meet up at a bar, and then you no-showed.
I'm sorry, so she called you and wanted you to call me?
Yep.
Or...
Yeah, because apparently you haven't answered any of her phone calls or texts or anything like that.
Oh, okay, so she's upset about it?
You know what?
What?
Well, we talked to her, and she's not really as upset as you think you would be if somebody made you wait at a bar for 45 minutes and didn't answer any text messages or phone calls from them. She just kind of wants to know why.
It's really complicated, and it's not her fault. That's important for her to know. I should have texted her.
Okay. Well, if it's not her fault, can you tell us what it is so that we can let her know? Because, I mean, you can imagine if you're in her shoes and you make plans to meet with somebody that you think is cool and then they don't show up, it upset you a little bit, even if you're not like outwardly upset at that person.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see how, yes.
So could you do her that favor and let us know why you would stand her up?
I mean, I had every intention of meeting her and going on a date as we planned, but I live in Puyallup and I just couldn't go through with it.
What?
Because you live in Puyallup.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, but basically a situation that just makes it very difficult.
Are you embarrassed because you live in Puyallup? I'm more confused. You say you have a situation. I'd like to find out what that means, but I'm confused why you just mentioned the cities.
Basically, I live in Puyallup, and I don't go into Seattle very much, ever. Okay, I mean, the last time I was there was probably 2 years ago.
What?
You know, and it's not that far away by distance, but for me, going into the city tends to stress me out, and the closer I got to Seattle, you know, kind of my fears were building and kind of started to overwhelm me.
Wow.
Is it the traffic?
It's traffic, it's people, there's a lot of tall buildings, and that's basically a lot of movement, and I honestly don't know how you guys do it. Like, you walk down just a regular street in a city, and there's so many sounds. You don't know where they're coming from. Like, there's people everywhere, cars. Traffic alone is enough to just, like, freak me out. You know, there's people changing lanes, not even signaling. So many bad drivers. How do you guys even operate?
So correct me if I'm wrong, Craig. It sounds like you were scared of the city.
I'm not scared of it necessarily, but it just...
He's petrified
I'm not
of it,
scared
you
of it. Yeah, I'm just really, really frightened of it.
He just breaks out into cold sweats, that's all.
I don't have nightmares about it or anything. You know, like, it's not like a horror movie for me, but it's just a lot.
I understand, and that's something that's hard to tell somebody before you've even had your first date.
Yeah, I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Text her and say, sorry, I'm scared of the big city.
Just, I'm a little country boy, and I can't possibly drive in with all those cars and people.
Did you see that giant space needle they got up there?
You know what, Craig? I meet a lot of people like you after my comedy shows when I do them, like in Puyallup and stuff like that. They talk about the city of Seattle like it's foreign, like they've never gone there. And they're just like, I can't even drive in there because the traffic scares me and I hate going there.
Anytime I invite friends from Tacoma, they're always like, oh, I hate coming to Seattle.
Yeah.
The traffic. and
I'm
all the
sorry,
parking.
but he is playing such a victim role here when he's the one that stood this girl up and you never even sent her a text. Like, you could have made up any other excuse in the world. You didn't even have to tell her the truth.
I'm not a liar. I didn't want to lie to her and also get into something else where, you know, she didn't know the real truth. So I just figured it was easier to not, you know.
All right. But I do have to let you know that Amy is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Hi, Craig.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh.
So I really wasn't sure why you stood me up, but I really never would have guessed that it's because you were scared of.
Yeah, I mean, why would you go to that? I know, and
I mean, why didn't you just tell me? You know what I mean? I waited there, and then I spent this whole time wondering, what did I do to make you stand me up? Because I really liked you, and all you had to do was, you know, answer my text message or answer my phone call.
I know. I just didn't know how to tell you. And
Yeah, Craig. I mean, listen, Craig. Amy is a 32-year-old woman. Okay, she can handle the news that you have trouble going to the city.
Amy's 25.
Oh, did I make a mistake there?
Yeah, she's 25.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, she's 32.
Really?
Are we talking about this?
So I guess you both have something that you kind of didn't tell each other, right?
That's messed up. That is messed up.
I figure now you both can come clean about everything.
Are you really 32?
Kinda.
Kinda, sorta.
Why didn't you tell me?
Really, I just didn't think you were going to be attracted to me if I was 32, or you wouldn't have messaged me, or...
Honestly, I thought you were a really mature 25-year-old. But I'm not. I have no problem with you being 32. It's a little weird that you lied to me, but I guess I kind of hid things from you, too.
Yeah, and you made her wait at a bar for 45 minutes, Craig.
True.
So
maybe
maybe give her a break on the age thing.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Craig, would you like a second date with Amy? I will pay for it.
I don't know how it would work because I don't like to go to Seattle, and she probably doesn't want to come to me, and, you know, it's kind of one or the other.
I mean, at least we could meet in the middle, maybe, you know, so I'm not always traveling, and maybe you could ride back with me sometime, and you'll be with me, and you'll be safe.
You'll be safe from big, scary Seattle.
You won't,
oh, my God.
You won't get robbed, Craig.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Can you guys find a way to make this crazy long-distance relationship of yours work?
Long distance.
Craig, have you ever been to the metropolis called Renton?
Yes.
Yes, you have. Okay, so you know where that is. What if we have you guys meet there?
That should be fine.
Okay.
I can deal with that, yeah.
Craig, it's a city that Craig can handle. And Amy, you know where that is. You don't mind traveling?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Then congratulations, you guys. You got your second date, Amy. Well, first date, I guess, because he never showed up on the first one. But whatever.
Right. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I promise I will be there, and if I'm not there, then I will call.
I promise I will be there unless the parking lot is full. Too many people.
Hello?
Lindsay,
Speaking.
you are the woman of the hour, my friend.
Look at you.
It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How you doing this morning?
Good, I guess. How are you?
Good. You got a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. What is this about?
Well, we spoke to a couple of admirers of yours this morning. Do you remember Mark and Rich, both of whom you've had dates with recently?
Yes.
Well, we heard from both of them. And by the way, they both said they had a great time with you. And both seem to be left with the impression that you would be open to going out with each of them again. But they're confused now that they know that they have both gone out with you. I think they're a little confused as to why you would go out with both of them, leave them both with the impressions that you were interested in seeing them again, and then ghost them both.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Was this
wow.
an
Okay.
experiment?
Yeah, are you just messing with them? I'm like, hate to put you on the spot, but we kind of want to know what the deal is here. Because this is a very unique situation.
Definitely a strange situation there, yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, take us back to that night when you met them both for the first time, how that all unfolded.
Yeah, I was out with some girlfriends, and, they were sitting with a bunch of their friends at the next table, and we were all kind of chatting and hanging out for a few hours, and both of them asked for my number, and I thought they were both cute, so I gave them both my number, and, that's the start of it, basically.
Does this happen to you a lot? Like, based on what Mark and Rich have said, you're obviously very attractive, very charming, have one of those magnetic personalities that tends to draw people, especially men who probably fight for your attention.
I get approached often, yeah.
Right. And so when you were approached by Mark and Rich, you decided to go out with them both. And let's start with Mark. You guys had dinner?
Yeah, we went out for dinner, and, we had a pretty good time, but honestly, he talked about Rich a lot, way more than most straight guys talk about their friends on a first date. So that was kind of weird.
Okay.
And then when it came time that I went out with Rich, it came up that I went out with Mark the night before, and you could just see, this whole shift in his demeanor, and, I could tell he wanted to ask me a bunch of questions about it, but he didn't. He just kept, saying a bunch of nice things about Mark. And the whole thing was just so weird, but I think one of them, if not both of them, is, secretly into the other one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, so I don't want to get in the middle of anything, I don't need to be getting myself inserted in that kind of situation. So, yeah, that's basically why I haven't gotten back in touch with either of them. I didn't know either of them before this, obviously, so, I was going on a first date to get to know them a little bit better, and I just got weird vibes about that relationship, and I don't want to be a homewrecker. We had a good enough time, but maybe we're better off as friends. I don't know.
That's so interesting to me, and not the take I was expecting, but let's bring Mark and Rich into the conversation, guys. Now that you've had a chance to hear Lindsay's impressions of you two and this friendship you two share, how do you respond to that?
That's, you think, you don't think we're straight? We're friends, of course I talk about him, that you met all my friends when we first went on a date. I was just talking about that, but
okay, you weren't really talking about your other friends.
Well,
Not like Rich.
Not like Rich. And, like, you know, there's such a thing as being bisexual. So, you know, you could have been interested in me and also be secretly in love with your friend.
Yeah, sure. In this world, anything could be possible, but, like, that's not at all it. I just, like, you went out with both of us and then you, like, ghost both of us. Like, did you actually have a nice time or you just, like, to go out on activities? I don't know. It just seems weird. And then, like, when asked about it, you're like, well, I think they're gay. Like, Rich,
yeah. I mean, I'm single. I would like to find the right guy, but I don't think either of you are it.
Well, that's fair, but I find your observation interesting that you assume Mark and Rich are gay just because they're close and had nice things to say about each other. But I don't know. I wasn't there. Rich, you want to weigh in?
Yeah. I mean, if you felt that way, that's cool. But then, like, why not get in touch with us to let us know that you're not interested? Like, that's the part that seems weird to me is you go out with us back-to-back nights and then you tell us both that you want to see us again and then you don't say it. Like, there's something kind of wrong about that, like, you told us you were interested in both of us and then you just ghosted both of us at the same time. I mean, whatever you
we're, like,
thought,
perfect for
at least,
each
like,
other.
Reach out to us.
I feel like if this was a rom-com, she would have set up a date with one of them and then surprised them both together and then present the idea. You know what I mean?
I think the two of you maybe
That's what I should have done.
should consider.
Wow.
I don't know. It seems a little bit like closed-minded to be like dudes who like each other and talk about each other. They have to be romantic. Like that guys can't. Like, this is why people have a hard time with, like, guys being emotional and expressing stuff about each other, because somebody like you is going to make some, you know, jump to a
stereotypical assumption.
Yeah, like, why can't, like, we're really good friends. Like, it's not weird for me to talk about my friends that I care about and say nice things about them. So I don't know. I think the weirder thing is that you said you were interested in both of us, went out with us back-to-back nights, and then just disappeared. Like, I think that's the weirder thing. And then this extra thing you're saying now, I kind of thought better of you, so I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
Let me ask you this. Have either one of the dudes had any feelings towards each other in any way?
Oh, and are you willing to admit that on the radio right now?
Or is she just way the hell off base?
No, man. Rich is like my brother, but, like, on top of it all, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me that, you know, you're going to go, like, did you want me to say bad things about my friends? Like, if I had, would you have gone out with Rich the next night? Like, it just opens up, like, this whole other thing. And then if you thought one of us wasn't straight or we're both gay or whatever, why would you then go out with both of us? Just why wouldn't you just been like, you know, cancel the second date or whatever? It doesn't matter. I mean, I think we have our answer and, like, you know.
Right.
Well, if it is
It's a weird
something the two
cop-out.
of you guys would like to explore together, at the end of these, we do offer to pay for a second date. So the second date could be the two of you going out together to see if she was
Mark,
on
if
to
you wanna,
something.
if you want to go hang out on their dime, man, I'm down. Like, I'm happy to take some money from them.
Yeah, I mean, like,
go hang
who
out.
doesn't who doesn't like a free meal?
Yeah, no obligation.
Yeah, I'm happy to go have dinner with you, dude. I'd love to do it for free.
It's on Jeff and Jen.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. So, Lindsay, if you didn't feel like there was something going on between Mark and Rich, not to pit these two against each other, but who do you think you would have been?
Choose.
Who would you have been more interested in going out with again, Mark or Rich?
Oh, come on. I don't want to.
If you weren't sensing that
already.
dynamic.
I don't want to start anything there.
All right,
so
all right.
funny.
Well, I appreciate thank you for all coming on Second Date Update. This was really interesting, and we've never had this happen before, so we appreciate you all putting yourselves out there.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I mean, it's a first for me.
I hope you guys, did you get the answers that you were looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to lose any sleep over Lindsay.
Okay.
Now, are you guys really going to pay for us to go hang out?
Yes.
I mean, you said it, so I'm going to take you up on it.
Friends for life.
There you go. We're going to send you somewhere really romantic.
That's
Twin
right.
Peaks.
Love it. Love it.
And we'll request a booth so
Yeah.
you can sit next to each
A
other.
banquet.
Oh, there we go. I didn't see this go. I figured she'd pick one of us and, like, the other one would just get needlessly ribbed, but now it seems
Nope, you're in it
Went a
together.
different direction.
yeah, for sure.
Well, to give you something to laugh about over dinner.
Oh, yeah, we'll have plenty to chat about.
That's funny.
Yeah, Mimi says the bromance is real. Men are allowed to show emotions and like each other.
It's true.
Yeah, I wish people would quit ghosting folks. Can we just be grown-ups and communicate? But then,
Why would we do that?
Well, then there would be no second date update.
That's true. And how would we entertain ourselves?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But Marie has a different theory. Marie says, I think what they were secretly hoping and probably talked about beforehand was maybe a little bit of a threesome deal with her.
Oh, maybe.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No.
That, someone used orchestrated something behind the scenes.
Misrepresented in the beginning.
Yeah,
with
use
an
second date update.
Ulterior motive.
Right.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Emma.
This is Emma.
Emma, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. You ever listen to our radio show?
No, I'm not really in the car at that time, so.
Okay. Well, you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and he liked you a lot. So he wanted me to call you, see if I could get you on the phone, and ask why you've been blowing him off since you guys went out.
Okay, who told you that?
His name is Dave.
Oh.
You know Dave. You used to work with Dave. We've talked to him, and he's a very nice guy. But he's just curious if he did something wrong on your date, and that's why you've been kind of blowing him off, giving him the busy excuse.
He's a really nice guy. He is a sweet person. He's not really my type of guy, but I really didn't even know we were going out on a date.
Oh, did you think it was a friendship thing?
Well, yeah, because we worked together for many years. He's always so sweet to me. He'd always bring me coffee from the break room, and when I told him I was leaving, he looked really upset. And so I thought we'd hang out as coworkers since I was leaving. You know how people do that when people leave a job.
Yeah,
Everyone never gets together. Yeah. And I thought that's what he meant, and I thought that's what we were doing until the day of, and he was insisting on picking me up, which was a red flag. I was like, oh no, I think this is a date.
Let me ask you a question, Emma. When we talked to Dave, he said he had a crush on you the whole time he was working with you. Did you know that he had a crush on you, or was that when it became obvious?
Oh no, I could tell. Girls know, and I could tell he had a little crush on me. But I still thought it was just a friendly, we don't have that kind of romantic vibe at all as far as I could see, even though he had a crush on me.
Didn't he tell you, though, when he asked you out, I've been wanting to do this since the day I saw you?
He was kind of mumbling. I really wasn't sure. Sometimes it's hard to understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But I really thought it was a hangout until he insisted on picking me up at my house. And then he showed up with a dozen red roses.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh no, he definitely thought it was a date.
Still could have been a work hangout at that point. I give all of my coworkers roses all the time.
Jose loves it.
So at that point you knew it was more than just a coworker hangout.
I for 100% knew. Again, he is a really sweet person, and he was actually the nicest to me at my job out of anyone for the whole time I worked there.
He sounds like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he does.
We've
Yeah.
talked to him a little bit about your date, that you don't think it should have been a date, but did you enjoy it?
It was so awkward, you guys. It was he had the waitress put his plate on the same side as me, so instead of sitting across two regular people, he sat right next to me.
All right, some people do that though. He's kind of an awkward dude, huh?
I know him from being a coworker, and he's always kind of mumbly and nervous and awkward, but again, he is a really nice person, so I didn't want to be, I want to let him down easy kind of thing, without hurting his feelings, but I've never seen him so nervous. And
Probably because he likes you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Is there anything attractive about him that if you were to step back and try to see him in a romantic light, could you?
He's not the kind of guy I am attracted to generally, so.
I bet you he's a stallion in the bedroom, Em. You ever think about that?
No, I don't think it's.
Well, would you be willing to at least tell him the reason why you've been kind of blowing him off instead of just saying that you're busy? Just let him know, hey, you're not really my type.
I think that would be really awkward.
I do too, Emma, and that's why I want to make it happen, because Dave is actually on the phone listening right now.
No, are you serious?
Yep.
I know I am a little nervous at first, but I could become the man you want me to be.
Yeah, I don't think so, Dave. I mean, there's a lot of girls out there, and I think you should keep trying, to maybe find someone that's a better fit for you.
Dave, are you okay, man?
Yeah.
Do you feel like she's making the wrong decision here?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do this if I didn't really like her. And Emma, go out on one more date with me. I promise you, I won't be awkward like you said.
Dave, I did have a nice time on our date, and I think we really do get along. It's just that you're so nervous, and you just seem to have so many anxieties that I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm nervous, but this is just because I care about something so much that, this comes up. But, we always got along great, didn't we?
I mean, we did get along really well. And you are a good-looking guy.
Really? You think I'm really good looking?
Well, yeah. I mean, you are. You're just, a little nervous, but you are good-looking. You have a really, handsome face.
See, Dave, you hear that? You're sexy.
Yeah.
Well, this is...
Yeah. That's the way I feel when a girl calls me good looking too, man. Dave, what do you keep doing?
I'm just breathing.
Hey, Emma, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean...
Hold on a second. Dave.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
Okay.
You're making so much noise.
I'll stop.
No,
What are you doing, though? Like, why are you making so much noise?
It's a paper bag.
A paper bag?
Too loud.
You're breathing into a paper bag?
Yeah. But here, I'll put it down.
Yeah, put the paper bag down for a second if you can, all right?
Dave.
Emma, would you like to go out on a second date with Dave? I will pay for it. Give him one more shot. He sounds like a great guy. He'll leave the paper bag at home, so he won't be making so much noise.
I mean, I would say this, that of, all the guys I've ever dated, Dave is definitely, probably the sweetest and most caring and considerate and nicest. He may not be polished, and he's a little bit rough around the edges, but I know he would go to the ends of the earth for me, so...
Well, then why not go out with him again? The ends of the earth for you? Jesus. That sounds like somebody I'd want to spend some time with.
Yeah, I would. I really like you.
Okay. I will go out on a date with you, Dave.
There you go. Congratulations, Dave. Dave.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You got a second date.
Ooh.
You gonna be okay? Dave, are you breathing into the bag again, Dave?
Well, now it's some excitement.
All right, then keep breathing in.